As you were hearing Norman Floyd Barnes, and we understand that Iran and US have been sharing this conflict. We know Iran's nation is being headed by Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who's of course of people call his governance a regime. An Islamic revolution had taken to this country, and of course US forces are now trying to utilize all of its bases and assets in the region, trying to push this regime out of control and out of power. And of course, we've seen just last month how the US forces has targeted Venezuela, taken over its oil reserves, and is now looting it, plundering it. These are the words and terminology I can use in this scenario, but something similar of the sort is being seen on Iran. I want your comments and views, how you think about this unfolding situation.
I personally think that there is actually a bigger geopolitical issue behind this. Definitely one country wouldn't invade a country without necessary information and necessary actions to back it up. There has to be some relevant documents and relevant information for do that. However, I personally am against someone who's against war, against invading country, against attacking a sovereign state, because I think every war starts with words and every war ends with words. So it is usually we see that treaties that are actually stopping wars. It's not the fighting, it's not the bombing, it's not the fighting that stops a war. But yes, it does initiate a war. But it all boils down to words. The choices of words we use, what we say and how we say, to whom we say, is actually what triggers a war. So in my personal and humble opinion, war is something that I do not promote. So I would definitely, the best way to approach this is to come to the table and negotiate and discuss the differences that the both two countries have. So this is my humble opinion. I think no matter what happens, even if we see the past wars, the recent wars that have taken place in the world, all of them actually has come to an end through negotiation process, through table talks. None of it has come to an end with killing and bombing. And with wars, what's the sad part is that there are civilian casualties. And right. That is something, innocent people are dying as a result of attacks on countries. So we really don't, as a human being, this is something we would say it's not acceptable. If it's not acceptable. But again, these are this war, what we feel that will change and reshape the world and how we see the world. And personally speaking, I think. What we can advocate for is for the two countries to sit for. Although we're not in a very important position ourselves to speak for that, but we would definitely encourage countries, that has key countries around the world to really initiate negotiation between these two countries.